Guys, welcome back to another KHUx video. Today we're going to be doing the Starlight challenge. Use your Starlight to get sub-slot medals, and these are the medals we're going to be using. Actually, well, does this reflect damage? Yeah, it does. So we just won't use the supernova. Whatever. Not that it like really matters. Someone has a Xemnas that ignores. Where is that Xemnas? Where is the Xemnas? Okay, so I guess not. Let's see what good green metal we can use. Oh, Renova, of course. Where is it? Right here. Easy. So as you guys know, we're going to go in this for two-turn metals. You have to, in every circumstance, two-turn metals. Um, I was talking to one of my friends in real life about it, and they're leaning more towards they're leaning more towards the 10k buff medals more than the two-turn medals, which isn't bad because the content that we've been getting for the most part have been fairly easy. Level 4200, level 4500. You don't really need two-turn medals, or Renova, to be honest with you. I know before the Final Fantasy VII remake banners came out, two-turn medals were really good, because we were getting what you can consider hard content. I think the hardest one, I still completed it, but the hardest challenge I think was the one when I think it was Gambler or Sorcerer, whichever one of those first came out. It was like a quest where you like kind of needed copy medals um, to copy a reverse magic. If you guys remember that quest, and the other super hard quest to get the title True Conqueror, I beat that one too, and it was only about I think 550 or 560 players in the world to complete that crazy hard quest. That quest was so hard, and the title that you got from it was True Conqueror. That's the type of content that's really gonna um challenge your setup, and I'm not sure if they're going to release content like that, because we haven't gotten something like that, like super ultra mega high restrictions to where you have to have a specific medals in order to complete the quest. We'll see how long it's going to take for them to start introducing more of those quests, because I hear a lot of people say that the game is has become very easy. Now, in my opinion, as you guys know, I love easy. It's free jewels, easy for everyone, and some of the challenges are really fun. Like the True Conqueror, that probably was a bit too much for most people, but that was a fun challenge for me because there's no way I'm going to let any type of challenge they throw at me go to waste. I'm going to do my absolute best in order to complete that quest. It feels really good. As you guys know, this is me and my wife's only game that we play. So, we want to be able to get as much content out of the game as possible. So, we're going to try to beat every single quest that we can. The only thing that we won't really be able to, you know, really complete would be, I would say, the high score challenge, just because high score challenges, in my opinion, it's not so much of that thing should have died, by the way, but Vanitas is going to kill it. Um, by the way, all of these medals apart from Nominate and Rebirth and Dusk are traded. So both Riku's and Vanitas isn't traded. If you guys are wondering, I'm doing this with just two-turn medals that's not traded. What is this, the last quest? Nah, well, it's one more quest left. See, look, we're on number 7, and it's 3,500. Anybody can beat that. You could still beat that with Kyrie A if you had the medal. All you need is extra attack. But I don't mind it though. Like I was saying earlier, I don't mind the quest not being super ridiculous or super hard. I actually enjoy it. I like it. I don't. It's nice actually having a break from really, really, really hard quests. But trust me, I'm sure right around JP anniversaries when they're going to start pumping in a lot of content, and then we'll see if they're going to start buffing the enemies because apparently we're going to be getting a new buffer. I don't know if it's going to be a new buffer only because we have mastery. So I don't expect to see tier 11s because the supernova wouldn't be mastery if we were going to get tier 11s. I think tier 10s is going to be the highest because what else can they do apart from giving us 20 to 25 tiers worth of buffs, which would be insane. But as you guys can see, we're flying through content with non-traded metals. So I could see the next buffer definitely being plus plus Kyrie, but will you really need her? Because if they continue to do quests like these, it really wouldn't be necessary to have 20 tiers or 25 tiers worth of buffs instead of the cap 15 because we're flying through content like it's nothing. We're not even using any renovas apart from my friend metal. So a new buffer would be nice, but tier 11s can come out, so don't get me wrong. Tier 11s can definitely still come out. It's just I was just looking at the supernovas and they just say mastery. See, they just all say mastery, so it's like unless they come out with the tier 11 that still has the mastery supernova and they just add on instead of it being 340, it could be 400, 390, 380, something like that. So just because it says mastery does not mean they're not going to come out with tier 11s. I just think that um, I don't really see it, but it's still possible. This is going to be able to free up some. I think it's only blue and green. Yeah, so they only gave us blue and green, which isn't a problem. It doesn't really matter. Did they give us blue? Because this one didn't. Okay, I guess so. Oh yeah, they did. So we're just going to subslot these out. It's free subslot, so don't look at it too much of it's an easy quest or anything like that. Just free subslots to get your keyblade stronger, and you'll be able to use more subtle, so it'll be able to free up some slots, so you can sell for your draw points. I recommend saving your draw points. Let's see what we can sell. Let's see what got freed up. I need to sell a lot of those special gauge traits. This like metal is insanely hard to get. I tried to get it, but I just could not get this metal. It's the Xion, the reverse version of the latest Kyrie that we got. I think it's tier 9 Supernova Plus Kyrie B. I think I'm not sure what the letter is at the end, but she's the reverse version, and she's much better than that Kyrie. And that's definitely the hardest metal in the game to get. Okay, we got 2 so far. Anything else freed up? These 2 Ventuses definitely can go. I already have a Ventus, and he can go. Remember when he first came out? He came out too. He can go. This one can go as well. That should be it. Yep, that's it. So we got 63 off that. I don't think we have enough to do a draw point banner, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, we're at 73, so that's pretty much it. If you guys want my honest opinion about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I don't know if it was a 5 Mercy Pool when it first came out, or if it was a 3 draw, but it's a 3 pool Mercy. Mixed Mercies, I know how some people feel about it. I don't really mind Mixed Mercies too much, just because you're only spending 9k jewels, and you have a chance you have a higher chance to get 2-turn medals instead of the 1-turn PvP medal Tifa, but you could get Tifa. In my personal opinion, that's a risk that you just have to take. It's a 3-pull mercy. If you got 9k jewels, I 100% recommend you pull for it. You never know, you might get a Sephiroth or you might get a Cloud. They're both power, so you're going to get that 2-turn. You're going to get that 2-turn buff regardless of which one you get. Sephiroth is the strongest one, but don't be discouraged if you get a Cloud. And let's say you want a Cloud, but you got Sephiroth. That's just another Sephiroth or one Sephiroth that you can add to your arsenal, and you're just going to use copy medals to copy it to get that buff. So I always recommend you guys investing in 2-turn medals because you never know. They could easily release tier 10, tier 11s, and we're going to start really needing those 2-turn buffs. That's just my personal opinion because they can easily crank up the quest to where they're super hard at any given time. So you might as well get them cheap while you can for 9k jewels. If you got a little bit more, I recommend at least mercying it twice because you can end up getting a Cloud and a Sephiroth. And also you could probably get all three in a non-mercy as well. The possibilities are really endless when it comes to mixed mercy. So if it was a 5-pull mercy, I wouldn't really recommend it. But since it's a 3-pull mercy, I definitely recommend doing it at least twice if you can. Because you have a really good chance of getting a 2-turn medal, and then you got copy medals to carry it over to the next turn because you never know. Like I said, they could come out with some crazy quests. And as the Leon is a really good medal for PvP, but I don't recommend it only because you get better medals out of the Final Fantasy VII deal than you do with the Leon. So the Leon is the easiest skip, and plus he's in the draw point, so it's no real point chasing after him. And I don't recommend spending 30k on the Supernova Plus Key Art 24. Beautiful artwork, amazing animation, but it's way too much for one medal. Always remember, you should only be doing 1k banners, 1.5k banners, 3-pull mercy banners, and a buffer banner. But even if the buffer comes out, I don't think you should spend 30k on it. But if you want, you could. So always remember, you're going to be able to get whatever medal comes out later on. They're always going to re-release it, or you'll have another chance of getting it from those one-day only pools. So just save up your jewels. If you got some spare jewels lying around, definitely mercy pull that Final Fantasy VII Remake banner. And if you already have some, remember, there's some traits boards in here that you can do to trade out. I traded out my Tifa. The first pack was ground, extra attack, and strength 1000. And I'm just going to wait for the Moggle sale to finish out her traits. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video nonetheless. If there's any other videos you guys would like to see, if you want some setups, any guides, whatever you want, just let me know in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys with another KHUx video real soon. Peace out.